Due to the rapid spread of COVID-19 Wave 2, the United Forum of Bank Unions has asked for stringent restrictions in the banking sector. In a letter to State-Level Bankers Committee convenor N Ajithkrishnan, the bank employees have forwarded this letter pointing out the difficulties faced by the employees during this situation. The letter of proposal sent by United Forum of Bank convener C.D. Johnson to the State-Level Bankers Committee convener elaborates on the measures that need to be taken to avoid the spread of the virus. The letter reads, "In the wake of the second wave of COVID-19 sweeping rapidly in Kerala, there is an urgent need for banks to take necessary precautionary measures to curb the spread of the virus, thereby ensuring safety and welfare of the employees and customers of banks. A 13-point advisory has been given to the member banks to be strictly followed and complied with. While welcoming these action points, we submit that the situation warrants much more actions on the parts of banks and employees to meet the aforesaid objective of safety. Proposals are as follows. Reduced working hours or days. As was implemented last year, the employees also insist upon an urgent necessity to restrict physical banking for next 4 to 6 months. Banks may be advised to reduce working hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Banking should be restricted to 5 days in a week to break the chain as a step to keep the pandemic under control. This would cut the exposure of the employees and the customers to a great extent without impairing services. Working with minimum staff or work from home would be preferred more. Banks should deploy minimum possible staff or officers at branches or offices. Measures like working with 1/3 or 1/2 of staff strength, work from home should be implemented for next 4 to 6 months. Staff or officers should be called on rotation basis so that exposure is reduced. Hub banking could be promoted instead of opening all branches at multi-centers. Also, numbers may be restricted in such a manner that banking facilities can be extended to few selected branches, avoiding the need to open all and expose employees and customers to the risk of infection. A minimum of 25 staggering working hours for all segments of society, commercial organization, state, central banks, PSUs, etc. may be recommended to work only during stipulated hours. The commencement or closure time should be deferred to be different for each segment so that the footfalls, traffic on the road is reduced. This could avoid the spread of infection. This will avoid congestion on roads, saves fuel, and will allow carrying on the day-to-day commercial or business activity without requiring lockdown. Vaccination of all bank employees, including family members, should be carried out. Due to the nature of work, the bank employees have more risk in getting infected by the COVID-19 virus. The above suggestions, if implemented, will be a strong shield of safety to banks, says the letter. There is also a suggestion in the letter to exempt employees with existing diseases, pregnant employees, officials, and persons with disabilities. News Desk, Kaumudy, English.